everything makes it into the headlines, but we bring you the full story. Join Uchenna Cyril Anyoke, a renowned media personality and former president of the Nigerian Publishers Association, as he unpacks the real issues behind the news, from politics to public policy, economy to human rights. Nothing is off limits. Expert guest, in-depth conversation, local and global perspective. New episode every week on Facebook and YouTube. Watch now on Freedom Square TV. Follow for updates and behind-the-scenes clips. Beyond the headlines, beyond the news.
Many young men and women in Ndi Enugu are watching this program, and they are wondering why in the past their votes never counted. And so they're actually worried. Should they register? Should they vote? And should they believe in the tomorrow is here mantra? And so, as your final message to the people watching you at Ndi Enugu, why should they register? Why should they vote? And why should they continue to believe in the tomorrow is here mantra?
Well, as you could see, it's very crystal clear that in the last election, the votes counted to a very large extent. The votes counted. We saw, marked improvement. And I believe, by the grace of God, it should be a sequential improvement. That in the next election, it should be an election that will resonate with the wishes of the masses. Having said that, it's time for the masses to wake up and take up their pole positions and decide their fate and the fate of their own children. Even if you don't think you deserve the best, don't you think your children should deserve the best? So it is at this very point that I want to call on the masses, Ndi Enugu particularly. Let them wake up to the realities on the ground. We seem to have a class struggle. Those who believe in the actualization of our dreams and the dreams of our forefathers, those who believe, like Dr. Peter Bados, that leadership should be for the masses. It should be to recreate certain things, provide certain, dividends of democracy that individual wealth cannot actually provide. He's the manager of the people's resources. And what he wants to do is to make sure that our institutions function, to make sure that things are working in certain places and that government plays its own role in the social contract. Having said that, this is a kind of government actually that has just within 2 years paved over 130 roads. And not only that, has also flagged off over 300 roads. And now that we're entering dry season, everybody will see with their own eyes that road construction will be massive, given that this is a government that has also built one of the best asphalt plants you can think of in the sub-Saharan Africa, that produces about 160 tons in an hour. So what it means is that road construction will be by far easier. That's why Enugu has turned out to become a beehive of construction going on. So a government that has built and is still finished about 260 smart schools, that has completed about 260 type 2 health centers, at the same time in 260 political wards of the state, dismantled the history of sectionalism and also eliminated clannish profiling from the lexicon of our politics. A government that has dismantled inequities, inequalities, and equilibrium through fair provision of projects, without recourse to the sentiments of where you come or where you come from or otherwise. This is the government we are talking about. Even government in this time has seen that a certain presidential hotel was standing there and nobody touched it for over 25 years. It was lying in comatose, in ruination as a matter of fact, and decided to rebuild it after it was commissioned only in 1962 by Barr, as same with International Conference Center. The same government has also rebuilt and commissioned, again, the productivity going on in Niger gas. And today, it was only commissioned in 1962, if you remember. The same government has brought it back to bear. And this same government has also touched the aluminum melting company in Ibetiti, brought it to life. You talk about the government that had also touched a very important institution, a very important industry, the UPPL, United Palm Products Limited, and invested over 100 billion naira through the PPP. So the moribund components are back. And I also heard that AVO is about to be, revalidated again, about to be revived or revamped. And this same government has also stated only yesterday that the coal we have in Enugu can generate 1,000 megawatts of power, meaning of energy, meaning that in no distant time, the narrative will equally change. And as I'm speaking now, a certain smart city is going on, being built by, CCC, which is Chinese communication and construction company. This city is going to have gas, electricity beneath the ground, first of its kind in Africa. That's the quality of leadership that Governor Peter Barr has brought to Enugu, where we expect to have also a rail system. Because when last I spoke with the Commissioner for Transportation, that's the area they're working on now. So much about what they're doing in agriculture, which is unprecedented. Combining with the World Bank through the World Bank projects like IFAD, like LPRES, and Appeal. All the counterpart funds paid. This is a government that has also cleared, the debt owed to our fathers and mothers that have worked very, very hard in terms of pension, and had given an instruction that gratuities should be paid immediately one is retired. No more delays again. And has invested over 4.6 billion naira in terms of provision of grants to farmers. So the efforts of this government have become very laudable. No wonder they've received just in 2 years, about 3 awards from the federal government. Not from different bodies, but federal government. Only last week, like I mentioned, the wife of the president gave Enugu an award as the latest city. So the progress is very massive and is very audacious.